The Las Vegas Raiders' new regime can't help where they came from. If you came from a place that won 6 Super Bowls and got a chance to learn from a guy like Bill Belichick, what would you do? Go against everything you learned? So they're seeking players with traits that are similar to players they've had before with him. Edge rusher Tyree Wilson has long arms like Chandler Jones. Tight end Michael Meyer is a beast like Rob Gronkowski. Quarterback Aiden O'Connell processes quickly and has a quick release like Tom Brady, etc., etc. The new regime's seeking versatility too. Belichick's got the new regime that everything's different each week with a different team, so they need a different game plan. So players got to be different from week to week, so they got to be versatile. They also got to be able to play different positions to cover for an injured teammate at times. Ziegler didn't have a first or second round pick in 2022, so he started in the third round that year with offensive lineman Dylan Parham. He has that versatility the new regime is looking for. That versatility is especially useful on the offensive line. Parham played a little center in college, but mainly played guard, and due to injury, he played a lot of right tackle his last year at Memphis. Then at the end of that year, he played well at center in the Senior Bowl, and I believe that's the position the Raiders drafted him to play. When he first got to the Raiders, he started out competing with Andre James for the center spot, but the Raiders needed help at guard. The guards they had didn't exactly inspire confidence. Parham did end up having to start a couple of games at center for an injured James, but he was a guard for the most part last season. I would love to tell you he had a great rookie year, but he didn't. Not everyone could be great as a rookie. I thought he looked much better at center than guard at that, but the new regime picked Parham due to his versatility, and it was put on display right away. He played guard in week 1, center in weeks 2 and 3, then back to guard. That's what picking versatility is all about. Ziegler got to get started in the first round this year, and he did so in grand fashion, taking edge rusher Tyree Wilson. Like I said earlier, the similarities to Jones are there, with arms over 35.5 inches long. His one-arm stab and push-pull moves are going to be a pass to the quarterback once he masters them. He already has a great bull rush at 6'6", 270 pounds. He and Max Crosby are going to be a dominant duo for years to come. I guess that's why they took him at number 7 overall. They also took him because of his versatility. At Texas Tech, he lined up on the interior at times. He has a couple of sacks in there too, and he was good against the run. I'm sure the Raiders aren't going to have Wilson lined up in there playing the run too often, but they can use him in there on pass rushing packages with Crosby and Jones lined up inside. It's going to be very interesting to see what he can do when he's matched up with those short-armed guards. If Wilson develops into what I think he's going to develop into, the Raiders are going to move him all up and down the line of scrimmage to get the matchup they want. His versatility will get him that. 2023 second-round pick Michael Meyer isn't about position versatility that I know of. He's about versatility within the position. With all of his route running and speed, Darren Waller's the best pass-catching tight end in the game to me. But when it comes to run blocking, he really doesn't want that work. When you have a guy like Josh Jacobs running the ball, you want a tight end that can help him out and catch the ball. Jacobs and Devontae Adams are the guys that get that offense going. Running the ball and using play action in the passing game often makes an offense run much smoother, but McDaniels got to a point where he didn't really want Waller in there when Jacobs was running the ball. Having the rest of the offensive line do their job only to have the tight end miss a block for no gain is frustrating. But having Waller in there only when you want to throw the ball gives everything away. Therefore, the Raiders couldn't sell the play action with Waller in the game. So it was a good idea to pick Meyer in round 2. He's a 6th offensive lineman and a number 3 receiver all in one. And he doesn't have to come out of the game if the Raiders are running or passing. Every head coach and GM are influenced by the guy that they worked under. So you shouldn't be surprised about what the new regime is doing. You shouldn't be mad at it either because that's what they know. You don't want them doing what they don't know. So they come in and pick guys that have some traits in common with guys that they had back in New England. And they pick for versatility too. I believe Parham's going to be a good center for the Raiders. But with all the injuries in the NFL, it's a comfort knowing that he can play guard and right tackle in a pinch. All 5 opposing offensive linemen will have to prepare for Wilson, and opposing defenses won't know if the Raiders are running or passing with Meyer in the game at tight end. Thank you for watching. See you next time.